Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In the book of Deuteronomy, after Moses explains to the people the blessings that would come if they would but obey the Lord, and the cursings that would come if they were disobedient to the Lord, he boils it down to a decision that they have to make. And this is found in Deuteronomy chapter 30, starting in verse 15, where it says, "See, I have set before you today life and prosperity, and death and adversity. In that I command you today to love the Lord your God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that you may live and multiply, and that the Lord your God may bless you in the land where you are entering to possess it. But if your heart turns away, and you will not obey, but are drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I declare to you today that you shall surely perish. You will not prolong your days in the land where you are crossing the Jordan to enter and possess it." And he says in verse 19, "I call heaven and earth to witness against you today, that have set before you life and death, the blessing and the curse. So choose life in order that you may live, you and your descendants, by loving the Lord your God, by obeying his voice, and by holding fast to him. For this is your life and the length of your days, that you may live in the land which the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give them." And so Moses is saying, I'm setting before you a blessing and a curse. You have a choice to make today. Are you going to go the way of blessing by loving the Lord, by turning your hearts to him? Or are you going to go the way of cursing and adversity and turn your hearts away from the Lord? If you think about it, each and every day, that's the decision that we have to make. Each day we wake up with a decision to make. Which path are we going to take today? Are we going to go the path of obedience and love and devotion to the Lord, or the path of disobedience and selfishness and self-seeking? That's a decision that we have to make every day, not just once in our life, not just 2 times in our lives, but every day we wake up with this decision. And we could even say, even throughout the day, it's a decision that we have to make time and time again. And the question is, what will our answer be? What will our decision be? Are we going to decide to follow the Lord where there's blessing, where there's life abundant? Or are we going to go after our own selfish ways, which usually end in adversity, difficulty, and death? Which way are we going to go today? And I would, of course, encourage us all to make the decision to love the Lord our God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength, to walk according to the Spirit today, to set our mind on things above, not on things of the earth, to live for the kingdom of God and not the kingdom of ourselves, and to just go the pathway of the cross and following the Lord there. And in doing so, we'll find a blessing there. We'll find purpose in life. We'll find meaning. We'll find goals and purposes that we can shoot for as we submit our lives to him. But if we walk the way of selfishness and self-seeking, we'll find that eventually we'll burn out. Eventually we'll find that you can't please self all the time, and that life is difficult. And just going the way of our own selfish desires usually ends up in despair and despondency and death. And so we want to go the way of life. We want to go the way that leads to life and peace. And that's done by walking according to the Spirit, by setting our eyes on Christ, the author and perfecter of our faith, by setting our eyes on things above, by seeking eternal things above temporary things, and just living a life with purpose and meaning and direction. So let's be encouraged by Moses' challenge here today and make the decision to serve the Lord with all of our heart and to give him our hearts completely, and to offer ourselves as a living sacrifice to him, to take up our cross and follow him, and to love him with every fiber of our being. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.